I don't ever want to erase the time that I've spent on this planet, in this life. I don't wish I was 30, but if I could send a message through time back to my 40-year-old self, these are the 60 things that I would tell me. Legitimately, I had to write them down. Okay. I would tell myself a lot. Apparently, I talk to myself a lot. When it comes to health and vitality, the things that I would tell my 40-year-old self if I could, I think would have made a massive difference in how I spent the last 20 years. Number one, muscle is your metabolic currency, my friends. You need muscle. You absolutely have to have muscle. And I didn't know that much about it. I think I took most of it for granted, as somebody who worked on her feet for most of her life. When I took a desk job, it right about killed me. And I'm not exaggerating. It's much harder to build muscle at 60 than to maintain it starting at 40. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mobility, intensity. Yeah. Being able to touch your toes at 80 is better than a heavy bench press at 40. Being able to force that mobility. I took the last 20 years off sitting at a desk, and I should have still managed to put some kind of physical activity in there, but I didn't. And it became painfully obvious. 3, sunscreen, my friends. Sunscreen is not just for the beach, okay? It's for your face. It's for your neck. It's for your hands. They will all thank you later. Next is hydration affects your mood. Often you're not cranky, you're just thirsty. So listen up, gal. Next is sugar is the real energy thief. The crash gets harder to recover from as we get older, and that is something that we need to pay attention to. Sleep is a performance enhancer. I mean, how many decades did we go going, you can always sleep when you're dead? Yeah, no, okay. It's not lazy to get 8 hours worth of sleep. It's not. It's essential maintenance, and we need to find a way to do it. Now, anymore, I'm lucky to get 6 or 7, but I'm blaming that largely on age. That's just when my body wakes up. Listen to the whispers. And I'm talking about your body whispering, because that twinge in your shoulder now, okay, before it becomes surgery at 60, trust me, teeth are an investment. They are such an investment. Floss like your bank account depends on it. Alcohol hits way different at 50 than it does at 40 or 30 or definitely 20, right? So that recovery time starts to seriously outweigh the fun. Your metabolism isn't broken. So stop acting like it is, okay? It's just efficient at doing what it does. You need less fuel, but better quality fuel. So go high octane. You'll appreciate it when you hit 60. Walking is literally the most underrated exercise on earth. Just keep moving. I never understood that. And that's somebody, I would walk miles and miles and miles every single day because that was my job. And it astounded me the first year after I left that business. I gained 100 pounds sitting at a desk. Keep moving. Okay, now we're going to get onto mindset and wisdom, because we get wiser as we get older, don't we? Theoretically, we do. Okay, so no is a complete sentence. You never need to feel guilty, and you don't owe anybody an explanation. Ever. Stop caring what strangers think. Most of them aren't thinking about you at all. Most of them are too busy wondering what everybody's thinking about them. Perfectionism is just procrastination in a fancy suit. And that's something I really wish I'd known sooner. You are not your job title. Oh, and that is something that I think was drilled into me the wrong way my entire childhood. Build an identity that exists outside of your career. That's who you really are. Your job, your career, no matter how much you may or may not like it, does not define who you are. Vulnerability is a superpower. It is not a weakness, okay? It's how you build real connection with people. So being vulnerable is not a bad thing. And it's okay to change your mind. because growth requires shedding old versions of yourself, you know? So life is going to change. That's what it does. It lifes. And so, yeah, you can always change your mind. You can change your direction. You can change your goals. You have to remember not to attend every argument that you're invited to. I think that's especially important considering today's world, you know? And forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. It lets you travel lighter. And I never understood when they said, just forgive them and move on. Because to me, forgiveness was letting them off the hook. That's not the case. And so maybe find a different word if it makes it feel any better. I'm definitely not a forgiveness kind of person, you know, but I also don't allow them to take up space in my head, rent-free, ever. So if you can find a different word that fits, definitely throw it in the comment section down below. Maybe it'll help somebody understand it the way that I needed to learn to understand it. Definitely something I wish I'd have known at 40, 30, even 20. Always, because people make entire livings off of this, okay? Comparison is a thief. Always. Comparison is a thief. Your chapter 2 cannot be compared to someone else's chapter 20. This is how people make money. This is how marketers do a great job, okay? Never compare your life to anybody else's. You are there to make yourself happy, to do what you enjoy, period. Something I think all of us have had to learn, and maybe we have, maybe we haven't, depends. I think it's something that this generation has battled with for a long time, is that self-care is not selfish. You cannot pour from an empty cup is the saying I hear all the time. And so knowing when to stop and take care of yourself, you know, is something that we all need to learn, and definitely wish I'd have told my younger self. Intuition is your brain processing data. Trust your gut. It's been paying attention. My intuition has never taken me down a wrong road. I've learned to listen to it a lot. Happiness is a practice. It's literally like a muscle, okay? It's a muscle that you flex. It's not a destination that you reach. I'll be happy when I do this. No, be happy while you're going towards that. And I know a lot of folks my age and older who still haven't learned that lesson. It's up to you to choose to be happy, and you can do it. Something that you also have to learn is that you can choose to be right, or you can choose to be happy. It kind of goes with that argument one. You know, choose happy more often. You don't always need to be right. Some things are just not worth the argument. Instead, slap a smile on your face. See ya. Relationships and community. Because I was kind of astounded by the results of a video that I did on my other channel regarding elder orphans, okay? And some people like the term, some people don't. That's not the point. But people my age and older, and some younger, that consider themselves orphans. They do not have family. You know, they do not have friends. They are 100% on their own. Relationships and community are so important. Friends are for seasons. It's okay to let go of people who no longer align with your path. That's perfectly fine. You need to build your village now. Absolutely. And this goes whether you're 40, 30, 50, 60, 80, you know, build your village now. Community becomes vital for health as we age. It's actually very bad for you if you do not have some kind of community. It's something you need to do. Adult children need your support, not your control. Let them make their own mistakes. And it's hard. Be the first to reach out. Don't let a busy life kill a relationship, because that's a sad reason to kill a relationship. Definitely listen more than you speak. They say that, you know, most people are listening, they're not really listening. They're formulating their response to what you're saying. And so taking the time to learn to listen instead of speak, you learn nothing at all while your mouth is moving. Another thing that definitely I learned as I grew older, and I've become pretty adept at it, I think. Boundaries aren't walls. Well, they may be to the other person, but not to you. They're gates. You decide who gets in to your life. Totally up to you. Not everybody deserves access. Boundaries, okay? Another great thing is a good pet is worth the vacuuming. I have believed that most of my life. A good pet is worth the vacuuming. The companionship is priceless. It does not replace people. Tell people that you love them while they can still hear you. Everyone is fighting a battle that you know literally nothing about. So be kind. Just be kind to everybody. Grandparenting is the ultimate redo if you're redoing it. As a child, I didn't want kids. I knew at the age of 13 I didn't want kids. But I remember my grandmother was always oh God, we had more fun with that woman. We were her redo. We really were. My grandson, in a lot of ways, is my husband's redo. He's my do, So yeah, grandparenting is the ultimate redo. Enjoy the fun without the pressure of first time around. Let's talk a little bit about lifestyle and finance. Something, I wish somebody had sat me down and talked to me about, okay? Experiences, things. You won't remember the fancy car. You'll remember the road trip. Always. Declutter now. Stop carting that crap around, okay? Don't leave a mountain of stuff for your kids to deal with later. As a kid who had to deal with the stuff, don't do it. It's just rude. Time is your only non-renewable source. So use it wisely. Spend it with the people you want to spend it with. Do the things that you want to do, Quality shoes are worth every penny. Every penny. Stop skimping. Oh, I wish somebody had told me that when I was 20, because my legs are a roadmap now. Travel while your body is eager. Go on those trips. Take that risk. Do those things. Don't wait for the perfect time because it literally does not exist. Passive income is freedom. Not having to be present 100% of the time on somebody else's schedule is the ultimate freedom. Find ways to make your money work while you are asleep. And there are a lot of different ways nowadays you can do it. Learn how to cook 5 healthy meals perfectly. Perfectly for you. I do very little in the kitchen perfect. I'm a measure with your heart kind of gal, But if you learn how to cook 5 healthy meals perfectly, it's a life-saving skill. Simplification is the ultimate sophistication. Make it simple. Just super simple. Your someday needs a date on the calendar. Stop waiting for someday. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy. Read more books. Watch less news. Automation is your friend. It really is. Automate your savings and your peace of mind. Automatically have it put into savings. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Do your stuff, right? Invest in a great mattress. Lousy mattresses will kill you. You spend a third of your life there. Make the investment in a good mattress. Now, growth and adventure, because I love adventures. Yes, I do. You are never too old to learn a new technology. It keeps your brain plastic. Keep learning. I caught myself in the last 10 years saying, I just don't have any more room to learn anything else. Wrong answer. You always have room to learn something else. Curiosity is the literal fountain of youth. Well, I always considered myself the queen of hobbies. I was kind of the, jack of all trades, master of none. I dabbled a little bit in everything, but hobbies are productive. They really are. They are not a waste of time. They produce joy, which is the highest form of productivity out there. Failure is just data. That's all it is. You cannot succeed without some failure. Failure is learning. Take the photos. Take the photos. If I could tell myself that at 40, 30, 20, take the photos. You need to celebrate the small wins. Absolutely celebrate the small wins. Don't wait for the big milestone. Nature is the best therapist. Get outside every single day. No excuses. Remember not to take life too seriously. Please don't do it, okay? Nobody gets out alive anyway, so what are you stressing about? Definitely what I would tell my 40-year-old self is that your 60s can be your absolute best decade ever if you enter them with intention. And that goes for 70s and 80s and beyond. You are the author of your next chapter. Pick up the pen. Remember, it is never too late to start. Not at 40, not at 60, not at 80. It's never too late. Start. So for my 40-year-old self, my 60-year-old self, my 80-year-old self, you know, the best is truly yet to come. I believe that. I believe that. So you believe it and you'll see it. I'm Lisa, reminding you that your best chapter is just beginning. See you next time.